What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to introduce myself. Yesterday I posted my very first video on my channel. I created an account yesterday, if you guys haven't watched the first video, because I got really excited about sharing my journey of pursuing ketosis. So I want to give you a little background about myself and why I know so much about this stuff. So, first of all, my name is Stacy. I'm 35 years old. Weighing in at 172 pounds. Okay, I'm only 5'4", so that's the whole purpose of me doing this, is to lose that weight. It's not that I'm not happy with my body, but I would like to shed a few pounds. It's the summertime, it's beach time, it's bikini time. Y'all know what it is. And before I get started, I want to show you guys where I'm at today. So I put on a dress. It's a little freakum dress. Okay, but this is not something that I wear on the usual, but just to give you an idea without getting too naked, I'm gonna give y'all a little sneak peek of what I'm working with so you can see now and then into the future. So again, I'm 172 pounds. I started working out a month prior to this, so without dieting, just not snacking, not eating candy, stuff like that, but just vigorous working out. I don't know what my start weight was, but I do know what my start weight was when I first started cutting carbs. It was 178 pounds. And again, today, well, yesterday I was 172. I'm actually 171 today, so yay. But again, it's water weight. I mentioned that in the first video. So here we go. I'm gonna show you guys where I'm at today. I am 5'4", so not very tall. And I am super bottom heavy, okay? So obviously I would like to try to slim my arms down and lose this stomach. You see this? Not sucking in. Sucking in, okay? I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get this waist snatched, okay? I love my body, but it's a gift and a curse to be this curvy. And so that's why I am pursuing ketosis, okay? All right, now that we've got that out the way, I want to go over some really important things about ketosis. If you're considering pursuing ketosis, there are some key things you need to know, okay? And I really don't want to get technical. I want you guys to feel welcome here. I want you guys to feel like, I want you to feel how down to earth I am, because I really am down to earth, and I'm not a Miss Know-It-All. If it's something you don't agree with, please comment. Let me know what you're thinking, okay? Because I love researching this stuff. I did this, let's say, the first time I did this, I did it with Ideal Protein. Again, shout out to Ideal Protein. It was a great experience. I lost a lot of weight. However, I didn't quite understand what I was doing. So as I transitioned off of the diet, I was lost. So after that, I ventured out on my own because of how expensive it was. So anyway, it was like in 2020. So I think I first tried it around 2017. Yeah, 2017. And it was a great experience. I lost at least 28 pounds. So I got down to like 140, like in the 140s. And I was really happy with that. However, obviously, life happens, and I'm not one to dwell on the past. So, and then after that, I tried it here and there, but learning the ins and the outs of the diet, the do's and the don'ts, and so this is my go-to diet. This is not a lifestyle for me. I believe that fat is good for you, but carbs are essential as well for your brain. Fat is most important, but carbs are essential. And I think that you should find systems that you alternate to try to find balance in your life, because you can only go so long with this diet before it starts affecting your overall health. So moving forward, so again, I'm here to discuss some of the major things that I did not capture yesterday. I was so damn excited. So excited because I got great response. I posted on my Facebook, okay? and I got great response for people, but I realized I did not mention who I was. So I am Stacy. I'm 35 years old. I live in Louisiana. I'm the mother of 3. Okay, so that's just a little spiel on myself. So moving forward, let's talk about what I came here to talk to you guys about today. So, and I'm looking at my notes. That's why I'm looking down. So the ketogenic diet is a high-fat, moderate protein, low-carb diet, okay? High-fat, moderate protein, low-carb diet, okay? Not to say that you can't have any carbs, because again, I mentioned you have to have some carbs for your brain function. You will notice that when you drop your carbs too low, you get into what they call brain fog, okay? So be careful not to drop them too low. My recommendation for starters, is to start at about 30 grams a day. Don't go any lower than that, okay? Don't go any lower than that. And again, it's for your own safety, because it can get pretty scary. And excuse the thunder, it's raining out here today, which is why it's also a bit daunting. Okay, so, but anyway, so again, it's a high fat, a moderate protein, and low carb diet. And who can do this diet? Okay, just another thing I didn't cover. Should see your primary physician before pursuing ketosis. Some people, this can be very dangerous for, like people with that have diabetes, and also people that don't have a gallbladder, because the gallbladder is responsible for processing fats. Okay, moving on, because I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying, you need to go see your doctor and make sure you can do this stuff, okay? Because you can get really, really sick. And also I want to cover how you measure ketones, okay? So once you start pursuing ketosis, within about 5 to 6 days, you're gonna start getting symptoms like dry mouth, really in the very back of your throat, and your breath is not gonna be so fresh, okay? And some may experience some diarrhea or discomfort from the amount of oil that you're consuming, okay? Do not be alarmed, this is perfectly normal, as well as frequent urinating, because you're losing that water weight, okay? So do not be alarmed, this is perfectly normal. Just scale back on the fats if it's making your stomach upset, and try to have it, throughout the day. Spread it out a little bit more instead of trying to have it a lot all at once. Measuring your ketones, okay? Because you wanna make sure that what you're doing is right, okay? So you have 3 options. Once you get into like your 5th to 6th day, you'll start getting some of those symptoms that I described, okay? And you also may get like little mild faint headaches. It just depends on the person. You can measure your ketones through your blood using a glucometer, okay? Which is the most best way to measure your ketones, okay? Because it's in your blood. You can measure it through your breath, which is my least favorite way to measure it, okay? And you can measure it through your urine, okay? And that's pretty good. To start off with, that is my recommendation. You can get the strips, and I can't remember the exact name of the strips, but I'll come back and I'll show you guys what it is. But you just pee on the stick like diabetic patients do, and it measures your ketones. And you want to get to the darkest color as possible. Maybe I'll make that a thumbnail. Maybe I'll find something to show you guys what that is. So when measuring, you're trying to make sure that you're producing ketones. Now, when you're at the 6 to 7 day mark, you're not ketogenic. And just because you're creating ketones doesn't necessarily mean you're fat adapted, okay? I talked about that in a previous video. Or you're in the state of ketosis. You're just producing ketones because of the lack of sugar and glucose in your body, okay? So, but this is a good sign to see them, all right? And the reason why you see them in your urine initially is because you have an overproduction of ketones, and so you're getting rid of those, okay? But what you really want to see, which is around week 3 of doing this, even maybe the end of week 2, is you want to measure your blood. You don't have to. You do not have to. You can stick to the strip. But the reason why I say measure your blood is because once you do become keto adapted, you won't see that overspill of ketones in your urine anymore, and you'll think, oh, I'm doing something wrong. You're not doing anything wrong, but now it's time to change how you're measuring. You measure your blood, don't measure your urine anymore. I don't recommend measuring the breath, but you'll see your breath, your throat will get very dry because what you're producing is a chemical called acetone. Okay, that's the type of ketone that you're producing in your breath, and then the ketone that you're producing in your blood is called B-hydroxybutyrate. And I hope I'm saying this, butyrate. Yeah, butyrate is the one that you're producing in your blood, and in your urine is acetoacetate. And I could be saying that wrong, but they're all three different chemicals, okay? But it's just a sign saying that your body's producing this byproduct because you're not consuming carbs, okay? So this is all very, very normal, okay? But measuring can lead you to success very quickly. I highly recommend this. At least the strips, okay? And once you have the strips and you don't see the measurements there anymore, it usually, if you're doing the same thing and everything's going well and you start feeling really good and you get all that great energy that people talk about when you're on keto, more than likely you're doing good and you don't have to invest in a glucometer. However, I recently purchased a glucometer because I'm researching, I'm coaching others how to do this, so I would like to start getting more in depth and start measuring my blood as well as my wife's blood, because she's trying ketosis as well, pursuing ketosis, and she has done it multiple times. She's had great success as well. This diet is great if you're trying to get a good jump start and you're trying to drop those vanity pounds. So that's why people keep doing it. So you make sure that you at least try measuring your ketones when you are working out. Okay, when you start working out, when you're pursuing ketosis, okay, I'm gonna say the first 6 weeks, you need to be doing light working out. I mean, like walking on an incline for only like 30 minutes, no more than that. Not doing any kind of heavy lifting, anything that's gonna make you produce lots of adrenaline. Avoid that, because what'll happen is it'll be all for nothing, because your ketones will not produce, because you go into a state where you're turning your protein, which is your muscles, into carbs, and you don't want that. Again, I'm not going to get too deep into it. Once you get there, then I'll take you guys through the process. As I grow my YouTube, I'll talk about some of those trial and errors and issues you may run into once you've perfected your diet and things like that, okay? Yesterday, I introduced a few products that I'm using to pursue ketosis, and I didn't go in specific about specific diets and things like that, but I will at some point cover different recipes and diets. Today, actually, I'll be filming a video on keto-friendly jerky. So stay tuned for that, because I'm excited for that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful for you. And again, the reason why I'm doing this is just to use it as an accountability tool, and because I feel like I'm very knowledgeable in this area, I thought I'd share it with somebody and to make it fun and interesting. Okay, so please like, comment, share, hit me up, notifications. Let me know what you think about it. I'm excited. I'm excited to help you guys, and I can't wait to bring some good recipes for you to get through this. We can do this. We're going to do it together. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.